when you'll see how it can be that forever.
I'm just here to save my friend.
Books and I got tracks. I take the kingdom message everywhere. When the clouds pass me by,
Welcome back to another video. I'm back to share another video of Jehovah's Witnesses. This time regarding their stance on homosexuality and political neutrality. This video in question was a part of the 2020 convention. Pursue peace. Now, for those who don't know, a convention is an event where you sit down and listen to lectures about God for 6 hours, and yes, it is as boring as it sounds. This particular video rubbed me the wrong way back then. It's actually a part of a series I'd like to review. Anyway, I've spoken too long, so without further ado,
Let us commence forth.
There you are. Did you both get the email survey I sent? And you're both coming, right?
I must have missed it. I was on calls all morning. What's this about?
Well, the whole office is leaving early. We're going downtown to support the march for gay rights.
She won't go.
Why?
It's against her religion. Some of her people came by my house, and when I asked, they said your church won't support gay marriage.
Irene?
It's true. As Jehovah's Witnesses, we hold to the Bible standard on marriage, which is only between a man and a woman. And we remain politically neutral.
yeah, the same marriage standards that have gotten people trapped and sometimes abusive. Loveless marriages with no escape unless their spouse finds someone else.
Example, in a movie, a female character might be portrayed as having a husband who is abusive. You like the woman, and you want her to find happiness. Then a handsome man starts working in her office, and he's so nice to her. There's an attraction between them, and the budding romance is presented as something good. Soft background music makes it hard to consider her course to be bad.
What? No, all right. I know that sounds bad.
Many people have been abused in this cult, that being women, children, queer members of this cult, with no escape while their abusers walk around contributing to your damn hamster wheel. This is absolutely disgusting. If you are someone trapped in a marriage like this, do not hesitate to call police or leave. Who cares what the Bible says as long as you are safe and happy, or with someone who makes you feel safe and happy? That's what really matters, not some 2,700-year-old book's direction.
And hope she leaves her marriage mate and runs off with her workmate. And usually that's what happens.
Good, any sane person wouldn't want to be stuck in an abusive marriage. You gotta be real twisted to hear someone's being abused, and when they leave the abuser, you shun them for it.
Happens. So easily, we can forget that Jehovah and Jesus hate adultery and unscriptural divorce. But when we reject the voice of this world and listen to the voice of Jehovah and Jesus, we bring protection and blessings to ourselves and others.
In asking this question, let me make it clear, I'm not suggesting it's peculiar to the Jehovah's Witness organization. There are many, many organizations in this position. But do you accept that the Jehovah's Witness organization has a problem with child abuse amongst its members?
I accept that child abuse is a problem right throughout the community, and it's something that we've had to deal with as well.
Coinciding with the video we're reviewing, earlier in this god-awful talk, Stephen Lett says,
In order to make sexual immorality appear more innocent, it's often euphemized. Sexual perversion, such as homosexuality, is called an alternative lifestyle. One so-called expert said, it's simply like being left-handed.
First of all, being gay isn't a lifestyle. A lifestyle is an active choice. Why consider homosexuality a lifestyle when you don't consider being straight one? Second of all, animals besides humans have displayed homosexuality, such as mating, courtship, even raising young. If God hated homosexuality so much, why would other animals? Besides humans display it, these are God's creatures He made. Why would they actively go against Him?
Well, animals don't know God, so they can't sin.
So, why do they die? Humans inherited death from Adam. Where did animals inherit it from? Will animals die in the new system? I mean, you think a lion will somehow change its entire morphology to eat grass, so maybe.
Trigger warning to those sensitive to this subject.
But what gets me heated is that this talk was performed by Stephen Lett is also gross. You see, Stephen Lett's nephew, who was also named Stephen, would go on to commit suicide in 2020 because of the cult's shunning practices, all because he was gay. I'll link his sister's video down in the description box. She can better describe how he felt. So please go give it a watch. It is truly important that you do. And if you are or know someone dealing with this, please reach out to them. Just one phone call can save a life. Thank you.
That's such ignorant thinking.
I understand it's a sensitive subject.
I have a daughter who deserves her rights.
Can we get a round of applause for Mother of the Year, please? You can tell she loves her daughter and that this is a very real issue to her. She lets her daughter be her true self and fights with her. Now that's unconditional love.
Trust me, Amber. As one of Jehovah's Witnesses, we believe everyone has a right to choose how they live. And I would never force my beliefs on anyone.
Stop the cap!
Strapping this may be long. Ain't no way the people who show up at your door unannounced at 9 in the morning are talking about pushing beliefs on people. Funnily enough, in this same series, she keeps trying to preach to her non-witness sister, so much so her sister is fed up with it. She then tries to reconnect with her sister by talking, but with every intention to preach. It just shows that you may only be potential converts to them. I could go on about this all day, but let's move on. Anyway, the group that literally shuns people are talking about freedom of choice when they aren't even free to leave without losing their family and friends. But let's talk about a core witness belief. That is the Great Tribulation, or in harsher words, the deaths of billions of non-Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, so let's break this down. If a man who is holding you at gunpoint tells you to wear a chicken costume while doing the boot scootin' boogie, is that much of a choice? Your life is being threatened. Unless you do this exact thing, that is not freedom of choice, that's fear. Yes, witnesses will tell you they love Jehovah, but underneath all that is fear. Watchtower even emphasizes godly fear, they say.
Well, it's a fear of disappointing God. You see, it's like a parent. You wouldn't want to disappoint your parent, would you?
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't think my parents would wipe out 7,992,000,000 of the human population for choosing not to follow in their footsteps with the freedom of choice they said I have. Anyway, I've rambled long enough. Let's get back to the video.
But you won't go.
Just as I would never force my beliefs on you, all I ask is the same respect. And no, I won't be going.
I have to go back to work.
The rest of the video is just the boss respecting her stance and not pushing their beliefs on anyone, but I'd like to consider the other perspective. The women with the daughter. This may not be very real to Irene, but to someone like that woman this is. Members of the LGBTQ+ community are frequently discriminated against. The fact that this woman's daughter doesn't have a right to marry just shouldn't exist. You may not have to attend a rally, but the least you can do is offer some sympathy towards these people for fighting for their rights. Queer people are some of the greatest people you will ever meet. They are funny and may even teach you something new. Anyway, I've decided to split this video into 2 parts. This video handles very serious subjects, and that can be a lot. I hope you understand. Next part will be soon, so please stay tuned.